I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The Mad Scientist Lab.
You know what was invading our airwaves earlier this week? Besides the sound of my beautiful voice reaching the ears of the masses? The National Anthem at the All-Star Game. And before I get into that, I would like to welcome everybody to the 243rd episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
Why you always start the show off with some gay shit?
It's not gay. I'm not gay.
You know, the National Anthem.
Well, dude, the All-Star Game was, and first of all, this is the podcast. Welcome. What I was going to say is, so, the All-Star Game was earlier this week, and it's like, all right, here, let's put it on. And you know how I am. I stand for the National Anthem and all that other stuff. I get really into it.
Even at home?
No, I don't do it at home.
Jesus.
It's a little different.
So you don't stand for the National Anthem?
I stand for the National Anthem when I am present. When I am at home, obviously. Well, here, put it this way. If I'm walking, I'll stop and listen to it. And then I'll sit down. But if I'm already sitting down, then I'm not going to stand.
If you're walking, what do you mean?
Like if I'm in transition from the kitchen to the couch, with some food or
that's
drinking.
Crazy.
But that's the truth.
That's crazy though. You shouldn't do. You don't have to do that in your house.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't have to do it, but I'll stop and I'll listen and I'll feel patriotic.
That's crazy.
And so I think her name is Ingrid Andress.
That wasn't for the All-Star Game. That was for the
home run derby. The derby. Yeah, the home run derby. My apologies, but so she goes out, sings the national anthem. Excuse me.
See, red, yellow, leather.
Red and yellow leather. See,
it helps if you do it right.
I will try in the future. But she goes out, sings it, and then obviously gives probably one of the unfortunately worst renditions we've ever heard. And then everybody's like, "This chick is disrespecting America." And
here we go. Here comes all the fucking all of a sudden great patriots of America who probably never fucking served one day in their fucking life and want to complain about some shit. Shut the fuck up, you losers.
So now that Dan is here and Jared has gotten that off of his chest, I just wanted to ask Dan directly, just because we haven't had somebody over in a couple weeks. Do you feel she was disrespecting America by giving such a horrible rendition of the national anthem?
No, I just think she sucked.
Yeah,
she's horrible.
I mean, why can't you just suck? Why do you have to? Why there have to be alternative motives?
I 100% agree with the both of you. All right.
And well, the thing that pissed me off about it is, I don't know, this might be the comedian in me, but then she apologized and entered herself into rehab. It's like, bitch, you can go to a baseball game and have a drink. Just probably not do it before you do it on, go on national TV to sing something.
Yeah, probably nervous, man.
Well,
just trying to get her nerves.
I agree. Again, I still look at it like this. You're going in front of millions of people, potentially worldwide. Maybe cut down a little bit.
True.
Also, the other thing is, people want to get upset, fine, get upset. But then don't get upset when somebody says retard or whatever, some word that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
And I would be a hypocrite if I said, except for the N-word. But, hey, I'm for free speech. You got to say something. But you still got to deal with the consequences. So if you say that to somebody and they get offended, people can still say what it's freedom of press.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech. That's all covered under the First Amendment. Maybe not the best situation for her to do that under, but hey.
Yeah, and so I just thought it was kind of asinine how people were like, "Oh my God, she's disrespecting our country." No, I think if anything, she had the balls to go up there, even though she was drunk, and then
I tell you what,
admitted herself, quote unquote, into rehab.
It felt nice to see somebody besides a person of color get beat down by the masses over the national anthem.
I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know.
Didn't Roseanne Barr get beat down pretty bad?
She got beat down,
right.
But that was pre-social media. So,
yeah.
But Roseanne, she's a fucking, again, stand-up comedian. She don't give a fuck. Roseanne will say the wildest shit.
She grabbed her crotch or something, I believe.
No, she just sounded like bad. Shit. Yeah, she was horrible.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she thought it was funny. That's just her style.
So, let me just ask you to enlighten myself. Who is this person of color that was bashed for doing that recently?
Not singing. I'm talking about.
Oh, you just mean in general. Okay, I get you.
Over disrespecting the anthem.
Ah, I see. Okay, I understand.
Oh.
Okay, I got you.
got
I was like, dude, because I was
trying to
say
figure that out too.
find most people.
I'm surprised y'all didn't get that.
I got
the
it.
most recent
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
that we
yeah.
had.
Yeah, well, I'm just, I'm over here. I'm trying.
I forgot about all the sports protest thing.
Yeah.
I did too, and now it's all back in my mind, and it's all convoluted, and it's just, what the fuck? No, but what do you guys think? Do you think she disrespected
Well,
America?
they'll let us know. You don't have to ask them every time. They're not even in here right now.
Oh, well, that's okay, but we're in here, and we're in here to keep moving forward.
Exactly.
So moving forward, I wanted to touch on this just a little bit because it's just very fascinating to me to a degree. So last week, me and Jared do the show, and we're completely inebriated, which was a great time. Probably one of the best podcasts we ever done, but we don't remember it whatsoever. Don't remember a thing.
And I was so
You
hurt.
did it after the winery?
Yes.
Yes,
shit.
and
And
then
he was already drinking.
Yeah, and I was since we were out the night before. I was out late
yeah.
for the first time in a while, so I woke up the next day and I was like, I was like, I'm hurting a little bit. I was like, here, you know what? I'm gonna level out. I'm gonna have a drink or two, and then I had a drink or two, showered, went about my day, and then around 5 o'clock, I was like, I'm gonna go over to Burton's and watch a baseball game. So I head on over.
The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so. Well, I told you that.
Keep
Dude,
going.
we had
I
a
got
whole conversation.
I told you I don't remember. What part did you not understand?
I mean, this is true. So I go over to Burton's. I sit down. I end up having maybe 3 drinks, and I'm watching the baseball game. And then Jared calls me. Phone beeps, vibrates. Beep, beep, beep. Hello. And he's like, yo, on the way back from the winery. He's like, we're doing the pod.
I did not sound like that.
Yeah, it sounded close to it. And then Clay was laughing in the background. Shout out to Clay.
He's always laughing.
I mean,
Bro, we be on some wild shit.
But what I was gonna say is that we ended up getting down here and doing the pod. But as all this was happening, as we're walking in my door and all this, Donald Trump almost gets his head blown off. Right?
Yeah, that was crazy. Walking in the door and your mom's on the couch. She's like, "Yeah, Donald Trump just got shot."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wait, what?"
And political parties aside, we're not gonna do that bullshit today.
Yeah, never.
It's just fucking crazy that this is the first time this has happened in 40 years. Reagan? Yeah, it's about 40 years ago.
I was gonna say in my lifetime, but in your lifetime, yes.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, this would be the second one.
Me too.
So and I started to, because it was kind of, we were learning stuff
Obviously.
as
Other ones were way before.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm not going to say anything. What I was going to say is that, so we're like learning what's happening in real time. So the next day, we found out this the shooter, the suspect, is like some 20-year-old kid.
Yeah, 19,
He's like a 19-year-old kid who looks like your normal, average kid that age, dweeb. It looks a little,
I wouldn't say he looked normal.
I thought he looked pretty normal.
I mean, he looked, well, now that he almost killed the former
If
president.
inbred looks normal to you, then I don't know.
I mean, that's very possible.
Just saying.
But it's like, how the fuck does this kid get on this roof and almost assassinate the former president of the United States?
Bro,
So
he was within an inch.
that's crazy. That's fucking nuts, dude. We could be having a completely different conversation, and the world would be a much in
And it
shambles.
sucks that one person had to get. I don't know, man.
Somebody did lose their life. That is correct.
As an avid gun person, like I've done, I don't want to say extensive training, but I've had enough training to like. In that situation, you had to know you was gonna be taking out more than just one person, even if you got that one shot.
Yeah.
There's somebody still behind. You gotta they teach you to, not that he was in his right frame of mind, but they teach you to check what's behind your target. And I hate fucking saying it like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was, though. But you got to make sure you check what's behind your target, because that shit could go straight through, and which it happened to do, and hit the other person. The person that it killed wasn't behind, though. It was in front. Because I saw a thing today on it, and it was like, it was one of those 3D animations that they broke down. They showed all the
the trajectory and all that stuff.
So yeah, it was kind of wild to look at.
And it was just kind of fat. So I'm, kind of learning more about this kid that did this. And there's like,
he's not a kid. Stop saying that.
Well, he's a young adult. Here, we'll say that.
Yeah.
An adult. He's an adult. And fucking, he basically was, I guess, bullied in school. The typical raging school shooter story. Bullied in school, Never left his room. And the guy was apparently like a Republican too, or a registered Republican.
I didn't hear anything about him being bullied in school.
I never heard that either.
Yeah, I heard.
I've heard that
he was a nice kid and
got good grades.
Yeah, I heard. I didn't hear. I mean, of course, he's a fucking nerd. He's gonna get bullied. So I don't think it had anything to do with him getting bullied, though. I think it was some kind of political or social like motivation,
and so that
could kind of be broken down into terrorist.
Yeah, and so what I was going to say is, so they were looking through his text messages, his online history, and they can't really seem to find a motive. The only thing they did find, though, was he was looking up like major depressive disorders. So that's and again, this was from what was collected.
You've never looked up anything?
Oh, of course. I think we all get curious.
I don't see. I mean, I don't know the kid, but I just don't think that was the motivation. It was something political, some kind of ideological shit that he just didn't agree with. I don't think it had much to do with. I mean, it could have been some kind of mental thing going on, but you had enough motivation. If you know anything about depression, you got enough motivation to get up on that thing, plan that shit out. There's a video of him walking the perimeter before.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's casing the joint. So that ain't depression. If you got enough motivation to go from step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, aim your gun at a fucking police officer that saw him, like, I think it was like 20 minutes earlier or something, because somebody saw him up there, and he went up there. He turned the gun on him. What was it, 20 minutes? It had to be right after or right before. Turned the gun on him, so the guy fell off. The cop fell off of the roof because he was up there by himself. He couldn't get to his weapon. So as soon as that happened, when the guy fell, he turned, and that's when he started shooting.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Okay, so those are little details. Well, I think I did hear that, but the way you explain it, I can visually see it more clear than the way it was broken down.
And I saw that through probably 2 or 3 credible news sources.
Okay.
So, that did happen, and the whole thing with them, they should have done something before. Like, they tried, but it was just the circumstances wasn't like fully ideal. Again, I don't know. There are a lot of people were saying they should have had that roof covered and this, that, and other thing, but
yeah, that's the crazy part, that a 19-year-old kid not trained or anything could get that close and get up on the building.
Pull that up to you a little bit.
Yeah, could get that close and get up on the building, but no training. That young of a kid could. It kind of speaks to the security flaws, I think.
Yeah, and they were calling it, quote unquote, miscommunication. I'm sure it's somebody trying to, at some point, save somebody's ass to a degree. But
what up, Londa?
What's up, Londa? And it was just, I don't know, it was just very surreal. And so the RNC was earlier this week, and they were like, "Oh, Donald Trump's going to come out and speak." I was like, "I got to see what this guy's got to say." Like, I just had to watch it.
I took care of this.
I watched it for like a good 20 minutes, and then he talked for like 3 hours, and then I was just like, "All right, I'm done."
I have no interest on either. Whatever NC it is, I don't give a fuck about either one of them. They're both garbage.
And what I was going to say is then Hulk Hogan comes out and cuts a promo. Oh my God!
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
I saw clips of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
I thought
I'm mixed emotions on that one.
It was. I thought it was corny, but at the same time, I also felt it was like
he's from the world of corniness.
You watch it, sir.
Yeah,
he's a real American. All right.
He is.
Hold on. Now,
he is a real American.
No, you stop.
He is a real American.
I don't like the look on your face, Jared.
You know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I know where you're going with it. First of all, I'm not going to defend that at all. Ever.
You shouldn't.
I'm not.
But it also that's why I'm kind of mixed with it. Like, I didn't listen to what he said. I saw pieces of it, and it was just like, okay. But then I think about it, I'm like, all right, you're hitching your wagon to this, which has already had a history of it, and you've had a history of it. I don't know how I feel about this.
I got you.
No matter what my childhood memories of it may be, still there's certain things that's unforgivable to me.
Yeah,
like I say to this day. Not that it's my place to say or even him to worry about, but I still haven't forgiven Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You do some fucked up shit, then you kind of lose my my respect. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. No, and that's completely fair. That's a very fair point. But I just thought it was the most random thing I've seen in a while, the corniest thing I've seen in a while. But it was just so, I don't know, it screamed like old white people.
Well, yeah.
It really did.
But after what happened, for him to come out there and do that, it just adds fuel to the fire for like. I said it last week when we came in, and I said it immediately after we found out what happened.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, well, that's our new president.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He's up like 10 points now.
Well, I think you would have won with the whole Biden shit.
I think
anyways,
too, but now it's like for sure, unless the Democrats come in with some
heaters,
some heat,
or get a different candidate to run.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I don't think Biden's like he's. First of all, they're both too old. I didn't want to get into politics.
And I watched the Kill Tony that you sent me with the
that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I watched about 50% of it. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, and it gets better too. Because as Shane, if anybody doesn't know, Kill Tony this past week, it was, and this was before everything happened because those shows are recorded 3 weeks ahead. So this was 3 weeks ago before everything happened. But Shane Gillis was playing Donald Trump, and Adam Ray, who also plays Dr. Phil, played Joe Biden, and it was the most hilarious shit that it was far beyond anything that SNL could have ever done.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was fucking good.
Here, send it to me.
I thought I sent it to you.
I don't know if you did or not. I don't remember.
I don't think I did.
But sent it to me.
I would definitely like to see it. No, man, but it was just that picture of him with his fist up in the American flag. It's going to be.
So what did he say exactly? I mean, just
no. He just thanked the Secret Service and was just talking about like how it's inappropriate for things like this. The typical spiel. But it was just kind of, I don't know. It's just a surreal thing that happened, and it's just like, damn, this guy could have been like literally had his head blown off on live television, and
if he didn't move his head for one little centimeter.
Like seriously, and I watched the video, and this is the thing is that there are people out there that they're like, oh, this is all a hoax, this is a conspiracy.
Really?
Yeah, some people think it was staged,
but you got to remember everything that happens these days. There's always going to be somebody that's going to say, oh, it's a false flag. Matter of fact, that's what Alex Jones got in trouble for, saying that Sandy Hook was a false flag. Them motherfuckers, I don't want to call them motherfuckers. Those people, they straight up sued his ass, and Alex Jones is struggling right now. He was balling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of at a certain point of popularity for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in that realm. But no, and then it's just surreal because I finally watched like the whole clip of it happening,
mm-hmm.
and the people were like, "Oh," I was basically reading comments before I saw the video, and everybody's like, "Oh, nobody ducked, nobody's running or screaming." No,
nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah,
right.
Well, then I watched the video, but everybody I saw in the video fucking ducked and was like, "Yo, get the fuck," I mean,
well, there were some people that were not moving, but those are people who otherwise would be oblivious to shit anyway.
Yeah,
probably in their phone. Like, what's that, fireworks?
Right, and it happened so fast.
Yeah, plus they're at a at a show, something popping like that might sound like fireworks. I was like, we're at a
rally.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That could have been anything.
I know, and so it's just kind of crazy how fast all that stuff transpired. So I just wanted to touch base on that and just say, it was pretty wild to just kind of watch in real time and
Did you pray? Unfortunately, we know that. But, I mean, basically, he's saying, please don't, you missed a word, but please don't vote for Trump or Biden. We should have better and more choices. No shit.
Yep.
Number one. Number two, we don't have any other choices unless you want to go JFK or what is it? No, RFK.
Or Jared Lee, 2024. Get your official mug here.
First of all, Londa, how dare you? You know what? Now I got it.
What happened?
Londa said RJ for president.
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
Negative.
yeah, thanks,
No.
Londa.
No.
Dun, 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 dun,
First of
dun,
all,
dun, 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 dun,
So you're gonna
dun,
use
dun,
copyright
dun,
music
dun.
in your campaign.
I mean, it's pretty catchy.
You don't even have merch.
I am the merch.
No, get the
I'm
fuck
just-
out.
I'm just saying.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Did you pray? Got it right.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Lee 2024. Let me pull up that merch.
Yeah, here, pull up that merch.
Matter of fact, go ahead and get you some merch.
Yeah, get you some merch. Vote Jared Lee.
Go ahead and get you some merch at that link right there.
You sick of the candidates? You sick of your life? Vote Jared Lee. You ready to get invaded? Vote Jared Lee. Dan, say it
We
with me.
still got to do the commercial.
Dan, say it with me. Vote Jared Lee.
Vote Jared Lee.
There we go.
There you go.
Dan. All
We
right,
still
here,
got to do that
some,
commercial, by the way,
yeah.
RJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
I got some new wireless mics that I want to try
Ooh,
too,
wireless mics. Oh,
like
the,
like little portable ones.
the possibilities are endless, Jared.
Keep going.
Well, they are.
I'm trying to pull up the merch.
So, while you're pulling up the merch, Dan, I know before the show started, real quick to kind of dip into entertainment a little bit, you said you saw Twisters.
I did.
And you liked it, right?
It was opening night last night.
Was it packed in there? Did it
was
feel like a movie theater
A little bit
experience?
more than half full.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
So it was pretty good. I didn't really look around that much, but it seemed fairly. I mean, it
Okay.
wasn't packed, but it was busy.
I got you.
It was like an 8 o'clock movie. It was actually really good. I didn't know what to expect. I was just asked to go and was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Nothing better to do, and it actually was really, really good. Way better than the first one, I thought.
Really?
Oh, they switched over the. Never mind. The merch is not available right now. I'll get that back up and running.
Motherfuckers.
Fucking companies be changing shit.
Yeah, changing shit. That's why you need to vote Jared Lee 2024. All right, see, it works with everything, dude. It's almost like opening up a can of spaghetti sauce and putting it on your noodles. Or
I
put
don't
it
know-
in your...
I don't know what you're talking about. You were talking about Twisters though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Anyways,
yeah.
yeah, it was good. It was it was nothing like. I wouldn't say it was nothing like the first one. Obviously, it's tornadoes, but the whole plot and everything it's different. The only thing that's the same is that they're storm chasers. Other than that, it's just a different movie. It's
So what is the, without obviously giving anything away, what is the premise of the movie? To do the same thing, get Dorothy, like in the air into the tornadoes? With the
I
little...
think you're about to give something away.
Well, that's
not
what
you,
I'm-
but the question
no,
is
that,
too
well,
specific.
Yeah, that part was still kind of it.
Yeah.
But the storm chaser, the main characters, like have the special sense to know where all the good storms are and all that
Oh, okay,
stuff.
all right.
So that was kind of the premise, but it kind of took different turns a little bit.
I got you. I got you.
So that's kind of started, but then it turned a little bit.
All right,
So
all right.
yeah, it's
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I
so
really
yeah.
am.
So I guess you're right. That part of it is kind of the same, but it's just obviously different characters are involved and
Yeah.
different storyline. It actually was really good. And we went to a movie theater where the seats shake and all that stuff, so that was pretty cool.
Were they
Turn it up, because yeah.
Is that better?
Now,
Yes.
when you say they shake, do they shake like violently, or is it just like a little rumble? Or...
It's pretty loud rumble, and it's a decent shake. You can feel you're not like falling out of your chair. or
Oh,
anything,
okay, I
but-
gotcha. Is it like? Does it feel like a massage, like one of those massaging chairs?
You've
I've-
been in an RDX theater before.
I have, but it's been a while because movies are obsolete now. We all have streaming services, and the
no.
world is turning into one.
Well, this is the kind of movie you
cybernetic
definitely want to see in the theater. I
Absolutely.
usually don't say that. I usually just say, wait, and I'll watch it at home.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one.
Okay.
Like Maverick was the last one that I went to.
Oh, I
that-
couldn't imagine not seeing that in theater.
That's
for
what I'm
the first
saying.
day.
This is like that because there's so much background noise and shaking.
Well, yeah,
and-
the sound was fucking top notch in that, dude. I mean, it was
same
fucking-
thing.
Yeah,
Same.
they say
The sound in this is really, really good.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to see it because I'm such a big mark for the original one. When I used to go visit my grandmother, she has like this. One summer I went to go visit her. She's got this like sunroom like on patio, like attached to her house. It's got like the TV and the chairs out there and all that. And you go out on the porch, and I remember one summer, she used to make me sandwiches, and I would just pop in Twister, dude, and I'd probably watch it like twice a day.
Wow.
Yeah, I was such a big fan of that movie when I was a kid. So when I saw they were making another one, I was like, oh god, I hope this isn't a useless sequel or whatever it is. But since you said, I've been actually hearing it's good, so that gives me good vibes.
Yeah, so
I
I'd be
really do like
interested
that.
to see what you think if you watched it that many times. I didn't watch the original that many times, so
Yeah, I've probably seen that movie at least like 30 times, man.
I've only seen it like twice. So
Yeah.
I'm not an expert. So you might think the original's better, but I think you won't be disappointed for sure.
The reason I say that is because it's just a fun movie to watch. Like, I just enjoy watching it. It's just, I don't know, it reminds me of just like a summer, I wouldn't say blockbuster, but it's just a good, fun movie to watch. If it's on TV, I'll sit down and I'll watch it. I have no problem with it.
Hand that to Jared.
Oh yeah, here, absolutely. Here, pass that off to Jared.
Can't do anything without saying it.
Play by play.
There's audio.
We're opening it.
I know. Stay on your topic and just use your hand. Multitask.
We're drinking it.
Yeah, I know. I just opened his hand.
We're taking a drink.
Look at him take a sip. No, but the reason I brought up sequels is because me and Jared haven't talked about this yet, and since you're here, I'd like to talk about it. Is a sequel to a very beloved movie is coming out here in the near future, Gladiator 2.
Oh.
Okay. And
Piece it up.
Pass.
Exactly. I don't know if I want this movie to happen. And
Well, it's already happened. It's done.
I'm aware of that. But I don't know how I feel. Because Ridley Scott is still directing it, which is incredible. But do we really need this movie?
No. There's just certain things that just leave well enough alone.
And I'm hoping it's good, but I just don't feel
later. God damn it.
I just don't feel it's necessary. Unless it's absolutely fucking incredible. Then I'll shut my fucking mouth. But I just don't know if that should be touched with. That's how I feel about the sequel to Independence Day. I wish it never happened. I wished I never watched it.
Oh, my bad. Did you pray? He watched it at Hoffman. And did they mist for the rain or no? What? No, they didn't have. It wasn't. That would be cool if you had to go to the theater with a poncho or a raincoat because they're gonna spray as the water comes.
Oh, that
down.
would be.
Oh, that would be kind of dope.
But yeah, it was at Hoffman. It was
Yeah.
in Alexandria.
I was busy trying to do the merch. So
Did you get a big bucket of popcorn?
Actually, I didn't.
Are you a popcorn guy?
Sometimes.
Yeah. All right. I just
not this day particular. I actually had a hot dog.
all right, dude. Hot dogs are great, bro.
he had a glizzy,
Oh my! I saw
glazed glizzy.
I saw something earlier. Oh, don't call him that. Oh my God, please. No, but I saw something earlier. It was like it was a TikTok where it was like the younger kids telling me I need to call a hot dog glizzy, and there's a guy like, no,
Yeah, I won't.
no, goddamn,
I refuse.
I'm not calling a hot dog a glizzy.
Nope, never.
It is either a hot dog or a wiener, and there's nothing in between.
All right.
Well, I don't call them wieners, but you get what I'm saying. It's on the packaging. It does say wiener on most of them.
Well,
just saying.
If you eat them, yeah, sure.
All the time. Anyway.
But speaking,
Beetlejuice too. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Oh, that looks really good.
I
That
saw
one
that,
I'm down
yeah.
for. But again, I think that one is one that they brought up all the original people back. And even though these people are older, I think if it makes sense to the story, then I think it's fine. But it should be like all the original people, unless they are no longer with us. But
the trailer looks amazing.
the trailer looks
The trailer
good.
does look fucking sick, dude. I mean, we're obviously big Michael Keaton fans, regardless, because Batman.
I'm Batman,
And
among other things, by the way.
yeah.
He was a
Right.
comedic actor before.
And what I was gonna say is that there's just something about. Well, put it this way: did you watch the Beverly Hills Cop, the new one?
No.
Oh, you should because it's awesome.
Yeah.
But
I was kind of afraid to because I liked the first one so
No,
much.
it's
no,
good.
no. Trust me, it's definitely worth
And
watching.
I've really not heard anybody say anything bad about it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I
No,
will.
no,
I did see Roadhouse.
I saw Roadhouse. It was meh to me.
It was okay to me.
For me, it was the Conor McGregor thing. It just his acting
it was too much over the top.
No, he's just a bad actor.
Yeah,
And I get it. It was his first movie. Maybe we'll do better, but because there's a little thing. There's this application called CapCut that people use to make videos for like TikTok and stuff. There's just one where that part where he's like, "Where the fuck is everyone?"
Yeah,
And that part in my head sticks out because it's like that was horrible acting. Like you just walking around like looking like a fucking weirdo
Fucking weirdos.
and just say weird shit. But that's kind of my that was my biggest gripe with now that we're here with the Acolyte.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
My biggest gripe with that was at times the acting was just poor. And it wasn't any particular person, it was just across the board. The writing seemed kind of half-assed sometimes. And there's only I would wish I could go back. Like, I wish I could just be able to watch it over again. Like The Mandalorian, first season, I was all in. I'll watch it 2 or 3 times through.
Right.
I'll still watch it to this day.
Yeah, it's really good.
But this, I just the only episodes that I can actually watch over and over again is all of 5, or most of 5, and parts of the last episode. And I don't know if you've seen it. Have you been watching it?
Which one?
The Acolyte.
No,
Oh.
not yet.
All right, well, spoilers incoming.
Well,
That's fine.
it's not really spoilers.
I don't know if I want to now.
If you're a Star Wars fan,
I am.
it's worth it. I think I kind of came up with it today. It's kind of like a supplement. It's like supplemental pieces of the story of the entire saga, I guess.
Okay.
I just feel like there was more questions that were left unanswered, and I felt like they were relying on the fact too much that they might get a season 2,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been confirmed yet.
So if it's not, then it just kind of
So if it's not, just so then it's like there's still some questions that weren't answered. Like, you're just gonna have a cameo of like one of the like most legendary characters, and then what was he doing there? Was he there before? Well, I'm listening to the book, the Darth Plagueis book right now.
Okay.
Of course, the novels are technically not canon. They call that legends.
Okay.
Like, so I had to put 2 and 2 together today on that. When they say legends, it's like these are just legendary tales that have gone through.
I got you. Sitting around the campfire.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
They could be true. They might not be true.
I got you.
But they're using it as source material. A lot of this stuff is source material. So that planet, they don't name it in. Maybe they do once at the end. But that planet that they say the unknown planet where Chimere and Osha were,
Yeah.
that most likely is Baldimic.
Yes.
Baldimnic, where, according to the Plagueis book, Plagueis, which his name is Demacus, he bought as much of that planet as he could because he was a rich motherfucker.
Yeah.
His species are just into that type of shit, the Mune.
Yeah, it's like MUUN or something like
Yeah,
that.
Mune. So he was probably already there. I don't know. Now, I don't know how Chimere and Osha come into the picture, but there's just a bunch of theories and speculation going on that.
Excuse me. No, so I did a little bit of research. So at the season as a whole, and Jared, I think you hit the nail on the head a couple weeks. Even when the first 2 episodes came out, you were like, hey, I'm going to wait to let this whole thing play out and see exactly where it goes.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like those other motherfuckers that are.
There's 8 episodes, Dan, just
Okay.
to
All right,
give you a
that's
heads
not
up.
bad.
They're not overly long. They're maybe 35, 40 minutes apiece. Maybe.
So it's an easy watch.
Yeah, it's nothing too complicated.
It's easy when they're all available now. Like, I had to
Yeah.
fucking wait 2 months to fucking.
Right.
Yeah,
So you just
it's
got to spend 2-3 hours and you're good. 3-ish. No,
3 hours.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
about 3 hours and you'd be fine. And so I will say this. I agree with Jared when it comes to the acting is kind of like, what are they doing here right now kind of thing, as well as writing. But I will say when the good shit came, it was pretty damn good. In term the fighting sequences
Well, the
are
thing,
dope.
that's the one thing, and I've heard that across the board. I have not heard anyone say anything bad about the fighting sequences.
No,
Like, the
no,
choreography of the fights are fucking crazy. And they apparently, because I followed the Star Wars TikTok, they have the stunt coordinators. It's like 2 people at least. But they talked to them and they were like, yeah, we were inspired by the Revenge of the Sith choreography. So that's why you see a lot of it just trying to fucking kill each other no matter where the fucking blade goes.
Yeah.
Because lightsabers cut through anything, you know what I'm saying? Or mostly anything.
And then we do see at the end, and this is maybe a tad bit of a spoiler for you, Dan, just a little bit, but the Kyber crystal turn from...
First time live action to see a crystal turn red.
Yeah, so there's a point in time where a certain character kind of indulges in their rage, and their lightsaber was damaged previously, so it exposed the kyber crystal.
It wasn't her lightsaber.
Yeah, I know. But it exposed the kyber crystal in it, and there's just a sequence where she gets filled with rage, and it's blue, and it's like the red is like shooting up. It's like engulfing the blue.
Right.
And so there were mixed reviews on that happening.
I haven't heard mixed reviews on that. I've heard everybody say that was like probably one of the cooler parts of the show, of that episode at least.
So I agree. First, I thought it was
because
I was like, that was
we've
badass.
always heard of it happening in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever actually seen it like in motion.
Yeah. So I thought it was cool. But then obviously me doing some reading and stuff just because that's what I do. Some people were like, "Oh, this is bullshit and this and that."
You're reading comments. That's not reading.
I read an article and then I'll read some comments.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know who said it's bullshit.
Yeah, well, fucking people that don't like Star Wars.
Yeah, they're idiot. Well, obviously, if they can't suspend their fucking bullshit, whatever construct they have in their head, then that's their problem.
Star Wars fans are fickle, man. They really are. They're like wrestling fans.
Oh yeah.
They're very particular and they're assholes. Yep. Very asshole-ish. No, but
some would say they may come from the same ilk.
That's true.
Yeah. That should be the name of the show, The Same Ilk. I don't know. That sounds kind of derogatory and sexual at the same time.
What?
Does it?
Of the same ilk, I think it means like same cloth, basically.
Yeah. Just, I don't know, just ilk. Like ilk, but with an I. But anyway.
Fuck are you talking?
Nothing, dude. I'm just messing with you.
Sure.
Whatchamacallit? No, but
what? God damn.
No, but as a series whole, it was okay. There were some really cool parts, and Jared's right. It does leave more questions, and it's like, oh man, come the fuck on! Like we waited a couple weeks. We were getting to the good stuff.
I get it. It's supposed to be a mystery, like a murder mystery. But like, there's a point where there's too much suspense, and then there's no payoff.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what a lot of people were upset about. Like every episode, it was like, oh, suspense. No, nothing. That's it. That's all we got. And then you get to the final episode. It's like, okay, we knew that they were made with the Force.
Yeah. It's like,
what are we talking about right now?
Come on, Soul. And
I think that, again, I think the show was very predictable. Like after one point, actually, I'm not gonna lie. My first instinct when we first saw Chimera, whatever his name was, like he was a smuggler or whatever.
Yeah.
When you first saw him, I was like, "That's the actual master."
Yeah.
Like in my head, I was like, "Why did they make it so obvious?"
Yeah, and it's like when I watched Beverly Hills Cop the other day, and Kevin Bacon sitting there on the couch. I was like, "That guy." Like I already just knew immediately. I'm just saying, you already knew the bad guy before it was.
What were you watching?
But when I watched Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that was an easy one.
Yeah, no, but it's just like, oh, Kevin Bacon's sitting here and he's evil.
Plus, he looks evil.
Yeah, he does look evil. He looks like apparently he's a really nice guy.
Well, no, he is. Him and his daughter are always on TikTok.
Whatchamacallit, but yeah, he does look like an evil motherfucker though. And then the moment I saw him on the couch, I was like, that guy right there. I did the whole like Leonardo DiCaprio.
That was an easy one.
No, but to your credit, Jared, I know you're a smart man, and I know that you
stop giving me. Don't do that.
Sure, no more. That will.
I'm
not doing it. I don't like complimenting you because you.
I don't like compliments.
Yeah, good. Anyway, so, but to kind of further the cameo at the end with Darth Plagueis, or in the middle of the episode. So I did a little bit of reading on this guy too, because I know you're listening to the book and shit. And this is the guy that basically trained Palpatine.
Right.
All right. And this guy's like super
basically train him.
Well, he
did
did.
Train him, yeah, I knew that.
He's like super badass. Now I know Jared's got way more information from obviously listening to the book. I watched.
Well, I'm only like halfway through the book.
I watched maybe like 3 or 4 YouTube videos on this guy. Like
I've watched a couple, but I stopped watching some because I didn't want to ruin the book. But those overviews don't really, like, you get way more detail from the book.
Oh, I believe it. Dude
is a beast.
And I tried to find more recent videos too. Nothing like from like 4 or 5 years ago. I just feel something that's a little more recent.
Nah, I don't think it would matter because there hasn't been any other new, besides the Acolyte, there hasn't been any other new stuff.
And so he can like basically like Hutts, right? Like Jabba the Hutt, like I didn't realize, or maybe
They're in the book, by the way.
They have a kind of protective barrier around their minds, almost like the Force, and where people can't manipulate them, but Plagueis can do that.
Because according to the book, he was interested to know why some people could be manipulated and some species could be manipulated and some couldn't. So I will start as I'm listening to the book, and I don't know if anybody's going to watch it or listen to it. I recommend it if you're a Star Wars fan. I'm very much enjoying it because it's like, even though I'm not reading it, I'm still getting, as I'm listening, I can still like paint a picture in my own mind of what's going on, just like reading a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, we miss as a kid when you read a book, you start to form a kind of image in your own head, and that's what I'm getting with this. And to me, it's like this dude was basically Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay,
he was always just trying to figure out how to live forever, but he didn't want to, like, because other like Force wielders, they've been able to transfer their consciousness into other bodies or into clones or just Force ghosts or whatever. But he was like, nah, fuck that. I won't be in this body forever. And that's what he was trying to figure out. And that's why he was doing all these experiments on different species. And that's how he figured out how to get into the minds of like the Hutts and all that shit.
No, it's.
But plus, he was a fucking beast-ass businessman too.
He just seems, and so that goes to your credit. You said earlier in the week when you texted me, you're like, dude, they were like, we have been deprived of a live action version of this guy.
The first, I think it's like the first 2 or 3 chapters. Like he's just, it's like, it reminded me of that scene in Rogue One where fucking Darth Vader destroyed all the motherfuckers. But it was like Plagueis just like catching fucking shit and throwing shit, just like the Vader scene.
Yeah.
So it was I don't know, man. I get the audiobook. If you got Amazon Prime, you can get it for free.
I do.
You get 1 credit a month, and that book's available. So like I had there was another book that I got a couple months ago. It was about like the stages of comedy throughout America, and like what's cool. What's okay to say and what's not okay to say, and how things have changed throughout the years. I haven't quite finished that book because I got stuck on this one. But yes, I could probably go on there because it's been a month. I could probably go on there and get another book now. So you get 1 book every month. Whatever's available, you can check. Just like when you 2 left or whatever, it'll say you have 1 credit, and it's an Audible book.
Okay, so bet.
I'll have to check that out.
No, honestly,
it's
I'm kind of, after kind of watching some of the videos and being intrigued by the one minor cameo he had at the end of this episode of the Acolyte.
I might be able to send it to you. I don't know. I have to check.
But I was like, all right, I need to know more about this, because reason being is obviously we've gotten a lot more Star Wars in recent years than the most Star Wars in our life, if we had.
Oh yeah.
But I know when Obi-Wan came out, we saw like kind of prime badass Vader.
Yeah, but some people hate on that.
Some people are
what, Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Well,
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Well, dude,
I've watched it like 2 or 3 times
Yeah,
already.
dude, Obi-Wan is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
dude.
That's what I thought.
I put it this way: if you don't like that, I don't think you're a fan of Star Wars, like at all.
And apparently, I don't. You saying that's the Prime Vader? That's Prime Vader we've seen. Well, no, Rogue One was Prime Vader.
Well, that's true, but I think we saw more of it on screen.
Got you.
Yeah.
But my point is that there are comic books that there's like actual series. I think it's called Vader, as a matter of fact. There's a series of comic books that show, bro, Vader was nasty, dog.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
He was nasty. And I just found out why he couldn't do the Force lightning. It's because of his injuries. Somehow, for some reason, like because he has like all those
like
limbs,
automation.
I don't think he can't do that shit.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense. I think if I'm trying to.
I don't know the details of why, but I heard that. I was like, oh, that's why we never see him do the lightning.
Yeah, I mean, we just need more of that.
Yeah, you always see Palpatine do it. That's
Right,
that was
right,
like
right,
his
right.
thing.
Yeah.
But you never see Vader do it. Oh, one thing about the Acolyte that I fucking loved was when Chimera threw the lightsabers and like both dual lightsabers. And
and then he
and then he said, It just
Dude,
fucking-
that scene was fucking sick, bro.
That
I'm
shit
not
was
gonna,
fucking
no,
crazy.
I almost called you. I was about to pause it. I swear to God, dude. I watched it the other night and I was like, oh my God.
I was like, I'm
that was
playing a
cool.
video game right now. Like I felt like, well, I played. What was the one where the Secret Apprentice? I felt like that, and then there was one recently that just came out that I was playing.
Are you talking about Jedi Survivor?
Yeah. So there's that in there too, and
Oh, I love those games. Those games are
yeah,
fun.
they're fun.
And I guess since we're
The Secret Apprentice though got kind of fucking tedious to me. I get bored with games after a while. If it's the same repetitive shit over and over again, I start to see
Yeah,
the
me too.
repetitiveness, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
well, so since we're talking about games and we're talking about Star Wars Outlaws, our game, open world game coming out by Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce that.
No force wielders. She's not a force wielder.
That's okay.
She's,
I'm
she's a
trying.
regular old human being.
That's okay. As long as put it this
She's
way.
a Han Solo.
Hey, dude, who doesn't love Hans? I was so mad when he died, bro. That made me so fucking mad. It was so dumb. Anyway,
I mean, people die in
yeah,
Star
I
Wars.
know, but it's fucking.
It wouldn't be wars if it, if it
I
wasn't.
know, but
Right.
it's like
he was an
I-
old white dude. Eventually, he's
Yeah,
gonna die
I
in
know
Star
he's,
Wars.
but it's Harrison Ford. It's Indiana Jones. You can't fucking kill Han Solo.
No.
I don't know. You should have seen my face in the theater. I was just like,
Bro, you got 3 iconic movies with him. More than that, you got him in the 2 other ones.
I know. It just hurt my.
And
fandom.
just because you die in Star Wars doesn't mean you can't come floating around.
well,
shit
or
later.
well, no, we don't want to
He
do
can't.
that.
Solo can't because he's not.
Oh, because he's
He's not a
he
force
does-
that's
wielder.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, Carrie Fisher flying through space. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that either.
that was horrible.
Yeah.
That was Disney shit.
Yeah,
And that's another thing about the Acolyte is like when they start like you can see when they're doing the Disney shit. Like it's like you see the Star Wars influence and then you'll see the Disney shit. It's like, okay, I get it, this is still for kids, but then you have a broader audience than just kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not have a bunch of witches just singing in the, like this is fucking Cinderella or some
Yeah.
shit. You know, or what Snow White.
Yeah.
I had the witches or whatever.
I got you. No, I agree. What I was gonna say is, do you know what I found out I don't like, and it happened earlier this week? Is I rewatched the episode 7 before I watched the finale, just to make sure I was making sure I wasn't missing
7 was
anything.
trash.
Do you know what was really trash about it?
What?
So the credits start playing, and there's like just some like kind of pop rap song
Oh
playing
yeah. A lot of
during
people,
the Star Wars credits.
a lot of people hated that.
I was infuriated. Like I was so fucking mad. I was like, why are they playing it? I
Well,
wanna hear
now you know what you're sounding like, though.
like a Star Wars fan.
You sound don't say a Star. You sound like one of those Star Wars fans who don't have like some kind of objective thinking. Now I get it. That's the first time that they played modern music, and
It just felt very weird.
It
And I
is
was
weird,
I was
but-
uncomfortable.
matter of fact, I don't even listen to the fucking credits. Like as soon as the credits come on, especially on that show,
Yeah.
I would. As soon as the blue letters come up, I'm like, all right, I'm done because you didn't answer anything. You didn't do anything for me. I'm like, just when's next week coming?
Yeah. Chuck your phone at the wall kind of thing.
I don't watch on my phone. I fucking have better equipment than that.
Now, I do have equipment, but sometimes I'm just laying in my bed. I'm just like,
How do you
like-
fucking hold your phone over your head the whole time?
well, I roll on my side and I watch it like that. I don't want to get into like poses. It's going to be really weird. It's going to be weird.
Why don't you? You have a TV, man.
I do have a TV.
Don't you have a smart TV?
No, I don't have a smart TV, but I have my apps on my Xbox. I don't know. Just sometimes I like watching it on my phone. It's weird. Like my mother says the same
Weird.
thing.
If you watch Kill Tony on your phone, then we're gonna have a problem.
All right, I will not watch it on my phone. I'm just saying. No, but I heard the music and I was just like, and I wasn't like, I don't care that much, but I just know I didn't like it. And I was like, why are they playing this? I was like, this isn't Star Wars. I was like, this is like, you know, Mona and Teresa over here singing like about their woman woes. I don't want to hear that shit. You know, what do you mean? That dude, the song was like basically about, oh, I'm falling and I'm a fire.
I thought it was the power of two, power of many. All that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, it was just, I was just kind of taken aback.
It was
by
your fault for listening to it. I didn't even know it was on there.
I purposely sat and watched the entire credits.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was very difficult.
As soon as those blue letters pop up, I'm out.
3.5 minutes of my life I can't get
Nope.
back, dude.
Well, that's your
3.5.
fault.
That's
You do it to yourself.
The only way I stay
It's
is
like
if it's got
240
the like
seconds or
some
something like that.
stuff going on, that it's still
Well, that-
part of the movie or the after movie.
Now,
or
see,
whatever.
you're right. That's how the Mandalorian was. The
Right.
Mandalorian
Then I'll
would have
watch it.
The artwork at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Like all the concept art. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
They should have kept that as like a new ongoing thing for Star
Yeah.
Wars in general, because it would have been cool to see some of like the Plagueis in the background, like the little sketch of him.
Oh, yeah,
going,
dude.
that should have been fire. But I don't know.
All right. And I just don't know what to expect, so I just learned that I don't know. I will try to be more open-minded, like you said. I am not a fickle fan.
No, you can still have your hates and dislikes, but I don't think we should, especially doing this. Not that there's a lot of people listening, but
Please.
I don't think we should be like the people in the comments that we read.
No, I agree.
And the more I read some comments, and no matter what kind of video it is, it's like, bro, like you got nothing else better to do besides say some fuck shit on somebody else's shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's just weird to me. And I'm trying to cut back on reading them, but sometimes, especially on TikTok, it's addicting. Because it's like, you know what? I want to know what the opposite side's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you read it, and it's like, ugh.
I wish.
Why did I do that to
Yeah.
myself?
Why have I subjected myself to this stupidity? You know,
Right.
And Twitter is fucking horrific.
I believe it.
There's the wildest shit on it. Bro. I mean, I get it. Again, free speech.
People just say crazy shit to
That's
shock
a
people.
big thing that I started to notice, especially on TikTok lately. I feel like everybody's super shitting on the Acolyte just for the clicks. Like, oh, this show's so bad. This show's so bad.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like horrific, but it's not great. It's okay.
Right. It's
A lot
not
of
to the level that a lot of them are.
Yeah. And a lot of people are giving it 7 out of 10. I'm like, it's a little high. It's 6 out of 10. You
I
know?
would say a 6 is very
Yeah.
solid
It's
score for that.
a fair score.
It's not great. It's not good. It's just, it's there. You learn some stuff. You get some cool shit in it, and then you get some shit that you're like, why is this happening? Just like the end credits. But, you know, again, I
right.
won't.
Well, you did the credits to yourself.
Sure.
Because as soon as, because I'll tell you what infuriates me about the credits. As soon as I see Kathleen Kennedy's name on there,
Yeah.
that's infuriating me. I'm like, bitch, you fucked it. You just let somebody else take over. Give it to fucking Dave Filoni. Like, he knows Star Wars.
Yeah, like,
You know
really
what I'm saying?
well.
He's like, he basically, it's funny now that I think about it. George Lucas was the master, and Dave Filoni is his apprentice.
Dude, life
They're
works
they're
out.
the fucking the two. Like, they're Sith. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I like this. I
I
like
like
this
that.
theory. I like this a lot. Reason being is because you can, but just like when we were talking about Star Wars back in the day, you know, a lot of that was the civil rights was like brought like a big part of the plot, right? Initially, was it Star Wars?
No, you're talking about X-Men, buddy.
X-Men. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Hold on.
No,
I got confused for a
Star
second.
Wars was more about. No, it was just space wizards at war, intergalactic war. But that's why, like, the Empire in the original movies was based on the Nazis,
Okay. I mean, yes, that is correct.
and then there's that race of trying to figure out how to describe them. They kind of look like frogs, but they have the red robes and the black hats.
Yeah. No,
Those were
Right.
Asian people.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
You've
can
told me
even
all this before.
you can even hear in their voice.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else.
You told me of like 3 or 4 like that.
Yeah, they're all based on some. Oh, the Jedi based on samurai, and Sith for. I'd go so far as to say the Sith might be based on like ninjutsu, like ninjas, because they were kind of forbidden like to use their abilities.
I
and,
think that's accurate.
yeah.
I like this idea.
And then the Jedi were samurai because they're all about honor and they're like
Right.
it's about their law and nobody else's law, which the Acolyte, that's kind of what they were doing. They're like, oh, we rule everything. We run the show. Like, we are the base of morality for the entire galaxy. But it was like, nah, like, what are y'all talking about? Like, your power is too. You're trying to do too much.
Do you know what I want to know more about? The one thing that, and this might not, you might not care as much, but I want to learn more about that helmet that guy was wearing. And
There's plenty of stuff on it already.
Really?
Yeah.
So I watched the new. I think you're. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
It's a metal. It's a little weaker than Beskar. But it's supposed to have it shorts out lightsabers.
So that's with all the oh, dude, in those scenes where they were.
Well, that's like
sparkling and
if you saw
crackling and shit.
earlier. If you saw earlier in the series, like episode 5, when he when he was fighting all the Jedi, and he was like with his helmet, and then he has a little gauntlet.
Yeah.
That's made out of that shit too. So it was like, and it shorted out for a temporary time. It shorts out the lightsaber. So he uses that as in a fight.
I like this.
And then also, the helmet. What's so funny?
The helmet.
No, I'm talking about the helmet is made out of the same material because again he headbutted the lightsaber, it shorted it out, but it also keeps people from getting into his head.
Yeah. No, I just think it's a pretty badass looking helmet. I just want to know a little more about how they're made.
Well, I don't think they've got. I mean, in some of the other material, they may have gotten into it.
No, it was just really, really cool. I like this guy's helmet a lot, dude. There's nothing like a good like villain with a nice, like a crazy like mask or fucking helmet or whatever it is. Just always top 10.
Like Spaceballs.
Cortosis.
Like Spaceballs.
Yeah, so it's called Cortosis. Yeah, Spaceballs, dude. Lord Helmet, dude.
That's the best helmet,
dude. That thing was fucking huge, dude. Rick Moranis, dude. Oh man, dude. Spaceballs with the Schwartz.
May the Schwartz be with you.
There it goes. It's a rare lightsaber resistant metal.
Ooh, I wonder what planet it comes from.
The planet that they were on, but we were just talking about it.
Oh, so it came from. Oh, okay.
You missed that part then.
Either that.
Remember when he was repairing the helmet and.
I do now.
So there was. Remember that vein that they looked at? There was like a vein. In
yes, I do.
That was the metal.
Oh, okay. No, I just think it's like super cool, dude.
But that was just another clue to that as the planet that they were on. What did I say it was earlier?
Balter sack,
something like that. But anyway, that's how the proof. That's why in the book I haven't gotten too far into it that yet. But that's why in the book, I think he had a hunch about it. So that's why he told his assistant, he was like, yo, make sure you buy as much of this fucking planet as you can. And they were like, what do you think? It's got some kind of commerce, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I don't know yet. And he probably knew something, but.
Well, and they also say Plagueis knows how to create life from the Force itself.
Well, again, we don't know that yet.
Not yet.
Again, I don't know. In the book, I haven't gotten that far, but. Well, yeah, we do kind of know that. But that's what Palpatine was telling Anakin in the Opera House.
Yeah.
He was saying many would believe, like, the powers many would believe be unnatural. Then he was like, some would even say you could save people from dying and stuff like that. So,
I want to see
but that's the theory behind why he may have been with the witches. He was either studying how to, which makes more sense. He was studying how to create life because he found out that they created life.
Yeah.
Or he was helping them create it. So,
yeah, it's one or the other. I
Yeah.
mean, so no, that's actually makes perfect sense why he'd be there on that planet and all that other stuff, dude. Yeah. So with the show, Dan, when it's good, it's good.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably watch it. I'm off
good,
tomorrow.
yeah,
I think
it's
if you're a fan, and which it seems like you are, because you know more, enough. If you're a fan, I think it's worth the watch. Just kind of like maybe look past some of the parts.
Yeah,
like,
don't have the expectations of like Mandalorian. Just know that it's not going to be as good. Yeah.
No, and you as a you seem to know your TV shows and your films too, just as a consumer. But so you'll know it when you see it. But just kind of look past it and some of the cheesy dialogue, and there is something there of substance, and that's why when we initially started watching it, I was like, Jared was like, hey, I'm going to wait for this whole thing to finish before I get my final assessment, and I think for the most part, I would say the last 2 episodes are just like the story arc kind of delivered to a degree, and we got some insights. But yes, it does leave more questions, but that's the fun in it. It's like, oh, we want more, and then it's like, here, let's make season 2, and all that good shit. So
yeah, I don't like the fact that they were playing with my fucking. It was they were playing too much. Like, just feed me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
They're teasing too much.
Well, yeah, and you got and Jared's even got his Boba Fett shirt on. So we're pretty big Star Wars fans. I mean, he's listening to an audiobook.
Right.
I mean, it's not a whole lot of people go around and do that. So when you do tease something that fans have been kind of wanting to see forever, and it's just like, the only thing I worry about now is if Plagueis does become like a live action character, that it lives up to the hype and he just kills everybody. I want him to be like super brutal, chop up, people and snap their necks.
I think it should kind of still live within some of the source material, even though it's Legend, the book that I'm listening to isn't canon. I think it should still have a part. He's not like super brutal.
Yeah.
So far, but he's pretty like, I don't give a fuck as long as I get what I want type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think we look at Palpatine the same way. Palpatine's like basically kind of the same. Like he's good at manipulation and moving chess pieces to where he wants it so he can gain power. And that, like, the fact, and I think he got that from Plagueis. Which that's I don't know. I'm enjoying the book. Like,
That's cool. I'm excited to.
Yeah,
watch
no,
it.
please check it out. We encourage everybody to check it out, even with our minor quibbles about the show. If you are a Star Wars fan, please check out The Acolyte.
this man said Quibbles.
That's my name.
That's
From
the
now
name of
on,
the
I
show.
want you to address me as Quibbles.
That's stupid.
Quibbles the squirrel. That's my name. And don't you forget it. And don't you forget you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Every Saturday around 6:30 p.m.-ish.
I know we
live
should
here on
do it,
Twitch.
but it sounds so robotic.
I know. Well, that's a part of the fun of doing it, too, because I think people know I'm just kind of going, to no place where no man's gone before kind of thing.
There was you don't know nothing about that.
Well, since we're talking about going to places that no man has ever gone before,
Oh wow.
today
nice.
is today. Ooh, look at me. Smoke a little more reefer, why don't charge it?
That's not what happened.
Yeah, it didn't happen because I don't know who's listening to this. Anyway, no, but this is, what is it, the 50th anniversary? Oh,
Wow.
Hold on.
Your math is horrible.
Hold on. I saw your post earlier on our Mad Scientist Lab Facebook page. Please check us out. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Jared is really celebrating his inner space guy today with the certain numbered anniversary. I can't remember. I'm sorry. And
Let's do this. It happened today.
Okay.
You're gonna make him do math, aren't you?
Yeah, in 1969.
1969. Okay, so that's... God, don't do this.
That's crazy.
No, I know how to do this.
55.
55. Yeah, there we go.
So 55 years ago today,
Thanks, Dan.
man landed
I
on
got
the
your
moon.
math, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, you just cut my fucking shit.
I'm sorry.
55 years ago today, man landed on the moon.
Mhm.
And I will further, since I didn't really want to say it on Facebook, I will say some people will say that we never landed on the moon. And to
Yes.
that, I say those people are retarded.
Yeah, you're kind of dumb.
That's all I wanna
just up there. Fucking screws loose.
As a the kids would say nowadays, sped.
Sped?
That's the new retarded word.
What is sped?
Special ed.
Oh, sped. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I don't know.
Well, that's the government said that. That's the
No, I'm just telling you that's what
No, I know.
my kids say all the time.
Yeah, I know. I used to work in the Fairfax County public schools, so it's been around for a while.
So landing on the moon 55 years ago today. One small step for man.
Yeah, July 20th, 1969.
Yep.
And I remember 5 years ago when it was the 50th anniversary, they had me and my mom actually went. They had us and the parking was crazy. They had basically the launch projected onto the Washington Monument.
Oh,
Fucking coolest shit I've seen.
that actually does sound
It's
really
the
fucking...
actual Saturn V, and they do the countdown like as if you were standing at Cape Canaveral. It was a nighttime, obviously, because it was a projection. But as if you were standing at Cape Canaveral the day that it happened, and they do the countdown. They have
Really?
they did everything. Maybe for the 60th they might do that again. But man, I don't even know if I took pictures of that.
That sounds really fucking cool, honestly.
It was cool. And we got out there. It was a hard finding parking. It was like at one point we just said, fuck it, we're just going to stop here.
Yeah.
Because, like, nobody was moving. Like, all the traffic was just stopped. Especially when it was, like, down to, like, 30 seconds or whatever, or however many minutes.
Oh, I believe it, man. Right here in the nation's capital.
And everybody's like, well, we'll just stop here. We'll just watch from here. So we're basically in the middle of the street. And now I left the car. Me and my mom left the car, locked it, and then walked so we could get, like, off the street.
All right.
But other people were doing the same thing. So everybody just parked in the middle of the street.
That's cool, though. That's,
And
I
just
think
went
that's
back
cool.
to your car when it was over.
Yeah.
But isn't that I like that a lot because that gives me hope for humanity to some degree. It's like, hey, you know what? We're going to watch this historic event reenacted.
It was fucking kind of cool.
And
sounds
so,
cool.
yeah, no, that would be really cool. That actually makes my heart smile.
It was like 10. I mean, and you've seen it. Well, me personally, I've seen the launch a few times just because I'm ahead. But to see it like that and the way they set it up, it was like a real countdown. Like if you were there 50 years ago, or now 55 years ago. But I hope they do it again for 60.
No, I would be super down to do something like that. Shit.
They might even do something even cooler for 60. Well, hopefully by 60, we have gone back. It may not be NASA by then, but hopefully we've gone back by in the next 5 years or so.
And so I know that since we are on the subject, which was a big day for just the world in general, the people that do say it's a conspiracy, I know the biggest argument that people have, or at least that I've seen, and there's a couple of them, but the one thing is when they plant the flag and it looks like it's blowing in the wind. And they're like, wait, there's no,
It's not blowing in the wind.
There's no gravity on the moon, or it looks like
There is gravity on the moon.
or whatever.
It's
There's
just four
no
times
wind,
less.
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's no wind because there's no atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
And,
There's no atmosphere.
and the gravity is, I think, it's 4 times less than it is on Earth. So any movement is gonna look slower. That's like when you see them jumping. It's like, ooh. Like if we jump on Earth, it's like, whoop. Like if I throw this up, it's gonna come down. They can imagine me doing that, and it goes. I mean, it wouldn't have gone that fast. It would have went. Ooh.
That'd be so fucking cool to see in person.
Right.
Well, you got to go to the moon.
Dude.
We see the videos and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, and
but that's all it is. It's just less gravity. Like that's not.
okay. So that actually makes a lot of logical sense. Okay,
Well, these people aren't logical though.
I'm aware. And so, and then I think the one other thing I saw was I think it has something to do with the piece that goes under where the propulsion comes out, like underneath the little shuttle they were in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to call it. It's like
You talking about the lander?
yeah, the lander. So apparently there was nothing underneath it in order for it to launch back into space.
What?
Yeah, can you pull a picture up of it so I can like try to describe?
What do you
it?
mean nothing underneath it?
So now, when I say nothing underneath, there's like nothing. Man, I don't even know what to call this, and I hate myself because I'm a very intelligent man. I swear. So you got the lunar lander, okay, and underneath it is just where where the fire comes out, where the propulsion comes out.
It's not fire. It's usually some type of gas.
Gas, or to create propulsion for you to go upwards. But apparently they were saying there wasn't one underneath this thing in order for it to actually lift back off.
So saying that it couldn't happen.
Yeah, basically they're saying there's no way it could have launched back off after landing is what I was getting at. And I trying to think of.
I don't know if they're gonna show underneath, but actually this one's not.
That's actually a pretty good picture.
See if I get it to be bigger.
And so that was like another. Well, actually, I feel like I can kind of see it from here, or I don't know what that would be, but that little gray area to the right.
Okay, so you probably won't see it from here, but I don't even think it's okay. So up here. Oh, let me go into this. I don't know if they're gonna be able to see my
And they were saying the way it was made, there's no way it would have survived in space.
See these little cones right here?
Okay, yes, sir.
They can't. You guys at home can't see the my pointer, but if you look to the top right, actually no, they're all over. So it's all these little cones that you see over here. These are like attitude controls, pitch, yaw. That's how they steer it, because space is obviously 3-dimensional. So, and it's once this is where Newton's laws come: inertia. An object in motion stays in motion. So if I in space, there's no gravity, there's nothing to stop, and that what was the other one? Unless there's an outside force, which would be gravity on Earth.
Yeah.
So what's stopping that? Not gravity, friction.
Friction.
But I don't know if y'all can see. I was pushing the pen across the table. So if we were in space and I pushed the pen would go forever unless something stopped it.
Yeah.
That's inertia.
I got you. But since we have
So-
friction.
So I'm talking about now, since we're in space with the lunar lander, that's why you have all these cones going in a bunch of different directions. So when they shoot off, it's going to want to go into whatever direction they went off. So that's why you have these things. It's just correcting
I got
where
you.
they're trying to go. Now, if you can see how small these are, imagine the ones on the bottom can't be much bigger. I mean, I can't see them, but they're there.
Do you know what, just out of curiosity, what kind of material is that? That bronze? Is that like
It's gold.
it's gold?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that, dude.
Some of it looks copper, but they usually use gold. I can even look up modern satellites and stuff.
Yeah, please
They
do.
still use gold foil.
Because I was just always kind of curious
It
about
protects against heat changes.
No, that makes sense.
Because especially out in space, you gotta have like the sun and the radiation from the sun is fucking crazy. Hold on, let me see. Let's see.
Because like aluminum would get hot.
I forgot the different reasons why they use gold. Let's see. Let's just ask why they use why.
that. If you have a question, folks, ask Google, because I'm sure it'll be on there.
Using space.
Always.
There you go.
To shield the satellite from the sun's rays.
Know what I said?
Yep. So, I guess I'll read this briefly.
Yeah, read that.
As a reflecting covering, the gold foil serves to shield the satellite from the sun's rays, which can reach temperatures up to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The gold foil also aids in shielding the satellite from space's extreme cold, which can reach negative 250 degrees Fahrenheit. The gold foil aids in heat reflection, keeping the satellite from overheating. Okay, so it's basically like a giant, big old shield.
Yeah.
From keeping you from turning into a pile of ash, pretty much.
Well, it also protects like sensitive instruments on the inside. There's a lot of shit that like they use different types of chemicals for coolant and to keep stuff heated because it's cold as fuck out there. Bro, there's so much shit that goes into this. And I think when people say we haven't been to the moon, it's like, oh, 1960, how could the technology, the computers weren't this, computers weren't that. But you got to remember, there was humans doing those calculations.
Yeah.
Because they're not, computers nowadays, yeah, they can do all that shit. They can automate. That's why we have booster rockets or rocket boosters that can just come back and land on Earth or in the ocean. That's computer automation. It's just doing the calculations thousands of seconds per minute. Back then, the trajectory that they had to take, they had to figure all that out. They had to do the calculation. They had to have a team. Perfect example of that of what that was going on. The movie Numbers, which was about basically
I remember that.
Yeah, the African American women who actually helped the United States get to the moon. They didn't get a lot of praise because they were barely allowed in the room.
Right.
And the I forgot the lady's name, but the one that actually was able to make it in the room, she was just outshining all the old white guys. They were like supposed to be the most brilliant minds. But again, the times that we were living in America, like they weren't giving that credit to nobody at the time. It wasn't the look.
Acceptable, or perceived as acceptable. That's not what I'm saying. Hold on, chill out. Hold on.
Sound like some Aryan Nation shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, Jared, I have to pee really bad.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. Here, go ahead, keep talking. I'll be gone for like 2 seconds. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
No, it is crazy.
I'm a human being.
Yeah, so am I. I gotta pee, but I ain't no bitch.
Wow.
Not a bitch.
Oh, you know what?
I thought he was experienced at this and does it.
No,
every
he's
week.
not. He's just. He's been drinking fucking those girly drinks all day. Yes, you have. Okay, there was something else that I wanted to talk about since this loser's not here now.
Well, the other thing I was going to bring up, we're talking about movies, just to go backwards just a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, that's coming out.
Yeah.
RJ wants to see it Friday when it opens. I'm like,
I'm going to see it Saturday.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. We're thinking Saturday, maybe before we do this. I don't know if you want to roll, or I don't know how you're gonna. Whatever.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. But I definitely want to see it. I haven't been to the actual theater in a while, so I think I want to experience that one in the theater, especially this one is going to change a lot as far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes. I think this movie, Deadpool, is he's like a reset for a lot of stuff, just because he's one of the few characters that can break the fourth wall.
Right. He can kind of rewrite stuff.
So he can jump off the page and say, you know what, well, I don't fucking like that. And then he'll tell us, you know what, if you've seen the other two movies, so it's and I just rewatched both of them recently.
I actually saw the first. I haven't seen the second, but I'm going to see it before I go to
You haven't seen the second one at all?
No. But I'm going to see it
first
before
one
I go.
Was better, but
I'm going to see it before I go on Saturday.
Actually, the second one wasn't. It was.
I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think that was during a time when they were still trying to figure out the split between which studio had X-Men and all that stuff. So they were like, oh, okay, we'll let you have this guy, but you can't have this guy, that type of shit.
Right.
Because they weren't going to give up Wolverine until it was actually belonging to Marvel Studios. I think so. Yeah, I think Fox has him now. Marvel's kind of been slow lately too. They're really banking.
Well, they had
on
the
it.
whole writer strike thing, so that kind of slowed everything down because that was a year and a half, 2 years.
Was it really that long?
I think pretty long.
Oh, it was
maybe a year and a half.
I think it was a year.
It seemed like it was a long time. It was at least a year for sure.
Yeah, at least a year.
But that just slowed everything down. I mean,
for the big studios, yeah.
Even some TV, regular TV shows that I regularly watch, they kept putting on a new season.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that we have to go through stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I just hope we can fucking finally catch up.
Because nothing was really released. I mean, mainly
it's hard to find anything.
Animation and shit was the only thing getting released. Even that, there just wasn't that getting released during that time.
Well, yeah, they couldn't. There's a lot of podcasts that I would watch where people would be in stuff like their comics or whatever, but they were in movies or TV shows and they couldn't even talk about. All they could talk about was oh yeah, I got my podcast and blah blah blah, and my special coming out, but they couldn't talk about any projects they were in. So it was a weird time.
It was a weird time.
And then when everybody, and then it was funny. It was stuff that was already done. They would come onto a podcast and they would start talking about the stuff that was done months ago,
right?
And that it just got released, so now they're talking about it. It's just bro, this was 2 years ago. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, it was a weird. It was a weird thing.
And then I don't think. I don't know, man. It's there's a lot of stuff that's just not good right now.
Yeah, but now it's starting to get better. Like I said, a lot of the newer stuff that's released,
I'm not impressed with.
No,
a lot of I'm trying to think. What did I just watch recently? The Fall Guy was good, unexpectedly good. I've been wrapped up in the Acolyte.
There's a movie coming out that I saw the trailer for called Trap that looks really good.
Trap?
Yeah, you have to look it up. It looks intriguing.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Bro, just come sit down, man. Oh, this is I can't remember his name right now. Oh, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
It
looks good, man.
This is a new movie?
Yeah, we were talking about Deadpool and
Dude, yeah, so
you missed it.
That's okay. We won't miss it when we see it in
yeah,
theaters.
we'll have to watch the trailer later. This is suspense. Oh, it's a mystery.
Yeah, mystery suspense thing.
Oh,
That's good. It looks good.
Oh, nothing can be more suspenseful than whatever foreign film my mom is watching. Some dude's just banging some chick on like a rock. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing? She was like, about to turn it off. I was like, no, you're not.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Sure.
it was like the most random
That
shit.
just took a turn.
Yeah, thanks, RJ.
Well, I know. Well, I walked into it. How do you think I feel? I live here.
Well, you didn't need to bring us in.
You didn't need to let us know. You didn't need to let the millions of viewers
Right.
know that your mom is up there.
Watching soft porn.
Well, dude, it's
Jesus.
Sorry, I said it.
No, I was gonna say something else, but I didn't.
you relax. I'm just saying. I was just like, oh, this is awkward. You know, here, let me just walk right on by. I'm about to change the channel. No, you're not.
I was because you came up.
Yeah.
No, it's she said it's like 17 episodes. She doesn't know if she wants to like really get into it. Anyway, moving on. Please. I mean,
That was something.
it is a scary thing to hear, especially if you're in a dark hallway.
Well, there's this one too.
Man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Yeah, that's the other thing I got to watch this week.
Yeah. Dude, no, that's
What made me think of that one. That's one of my favorite lines from that.
Oh, me too.
Get the fuck out of here. No, that's no, I cannot.
This is Rocky Balboa. Not Rocky Balboa. Damn. Can't remember his name from Perfect Strangers.
Oh.
Bronson Pinchot's character.
Oh.
I can't remember now.
I'll think of it.
Do you know what I did watch last week though? An older movie is The Abyss. I
haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, no, I've always kind of enjoyed.
I think that movie you can watch once or twice and be good.
Me too.
Yeah, I know.
Get it. You get it after a while.
Oh, I get it, but I hadn't seen it in forever, so I just took the time to kind of indulge in that. And I will say this, and I'm not going to try to get on your nerves when I say this. So there is
every time he says that.
Yeah,
it gets
if
on
you
your
got a
nerves.
preface with that, you're about to get on my nerves.
Every time.
Well,
It's probably some wrestling shit.
It is, but
Which I welcome.
I know you welcome. I unwelcome.
no, but I think you would like this series. Okay, it's
Okay.
not, okay.
No, you already fucked up. No.
So there is a series, okay, out there right now called The Death of WCW.
Yeah.
All
Let
right?
it stay dead.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
So it's 4 episodes. It's on it's on Hulu.
I saw it come up on my website.
Really, really good. And then Vice also does a docu-series where Chris Jericho narrates. It's called The Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, I've seen it, but we've talked about that on here before.
So So I just saw some
That's
newer,
really good.
Yeah, so I just when I was watching a few episodes last week, I was like, damn, I think Jared would really like this. Like not the wrestling.
No, Jared wouldn't like this.
I don't know. It's got some really cool shit in it. Like I watched.
You don't understand. There's two things that I've been totally turned off with, just within the last month and a half to 2 months. I can't stand the smell of weed anymore, and I fucking despise wrestling with a passion. Now, you figure out why. I'm not gonna say it, and there's no need to say it. But I will not and refuse to watch anything that has to do with wrestling.
So I guess this is a bad time asking if you're going to come to Las Vegas. For
Nope, not going.
Oh yeah, okay.
This is
Nope.
a bad time.
Not going.
Just saying.
And I tell you the main reason I won't be going, because let me see how can I say this. I get enough of it. I don't need to be around it for an entire weekend.
Oh, it was so cool, dude. WrestleMania was so fucking
You don't.
cool.
I don't think you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was still so fucking cool,
Nope.
dude.
I'm not going. Fuck Vegas.
Fucking have I know
I was
talked to
gonna
you-
go.
Yeah, I was
I
telling
was
you.
gonna go.
Now it's just too much.
Nah, I can't do it.
It. I will tell you, man. I've probably talked to you about it a little bit.
Just
seeing
a
you
little.
out. Yeah,
Sean
but,
did quite a bit.
but it was so fucking cool, dude. Like I met all these people. There's fucking people everywhere. Everybody's nice as shit. Everybody's a fucking mark, dude. Like
That's
I met dude. I thought I was a fan. I like to think I'm a fan, dude. I met like fans, like super fans, like people like doing the whole cosplay shit. So many people dressed up as Macho Man, dude, and doing their "ooh, can you dig it?" Their whole spiel. And I don't know, it was just really, really cool, and it was kind of like a lifelong dream come true. So I,
That's cool.
meeting some of these people too, I was initially intimidated because it's like, I wouldn't say take it that far, but But
I would.
to each their own, as we like to say here on the Mad Scientist Live podcast.
Well, before Jared cuts us off about wrestling, because
Because
I'm not
it's-
cutting you off. Keep going. Do what you gotta do.
No,
but
but,
I'm gonna play some fucking ringtone.
the other thing,
Not ringtone.
the other show, now they're showing on Biography the legends of wrestling that they've been showing for a while, but they're doing director's cut ones.
Yeah.
And they have a Lex one, a Lex Luger one,
Okay.
Roddy Piper one,
Ooh, I know that's probably really good.
and a Stone Cold Steve Austin one.
Oh, I know. That's
So they're
probably
kind
good.
of like the original ones I had, but they have a bunch of behind the scenes talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
So those are pretty cool
All right. I'm gonna have to look into
if you haven't watched those yet. And I have to get caught up on the Dark Side of the Ring, but I was caught up until this season.
Yeah, no, that's a really fun show to watch. So if you're a wrestling fan out there, for those that are, probably not very many,
I
but-
got news for you. That means you're gay.
and it's okay. I just want everybody to know it's okay.
If
to
you
be-
are a wrestling fan out there,
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
and we're gonna embrace each other in open arms because we're brothers in arms in the squared circle.
Motherfucker.
Exactly. So check out Dark Side of the Ring or The Death of WCW on Hulu. You might be able to see it on YouTube as well if you're lucky enough. If you can catch somebody that's posted a short of it, or not a short, but the episode itself. Yeah, I try to do that sometimes before I try to do anything.
So what's your opinion on the whole Wyatt? What is it? Wyatt 8? Wyatt 6?
The Wyatt 6. I like it, dude. I think it's really.
Well, a lot
fucking-
of people, got so hyped up. A lot of people was afraid it wasn't going to live up to the hype.
Oh no, dude! Their debut is probably one of the fucking coolest things I've ever seen in wrestling, and I'm not even saying that to be just because it's Bray Wyatt's brother, but they nailed it to a fuck. What with the cameraman going back there, and then
With the bodies laying all over the place.
Yeah, people laying there, and then the sparks shooting out of the ceiling, and he's just kind of floating there. And I know Jared's like, "What the fuck?"
Get it? I don't care about this shit though, dude.
It was very impressive. It was very impressive. I do have to tell you that. No, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with it, and I do like the slow
And the
build.
videotape things.
Yeah,
and all
they're
that
just
stuff.
and,
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
and the promos that they're doing are fucking like really good. Like the one Bo did where he was talking to Uncle Howdy, and then the
Well,
one
they've
that
done like 3 like that.
Yeah, and then Rowan went out there and was like crying about it, and oh my god, this shit was it actually, you know what it was? It was manly.
He was a fat phase-on liar.
It was very manly now that I think about it. But yeah, I'm very excited to see because I'm sure we're going to get the first kind of matchup at SummerSlam since that's kind of approaching us here in the next couple.
Between one of them.
I would think so. That's just where my
Well, it's
head
going
is
to
going.
be Chad Gable. against
Yeah,
somebody.
of course. Who's doing a really good job. I love his character right now. I think wrestling is in the best spot it's been in a very, very long time. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
I agree.
Because
We can talk about something else.
yeah, we're
Jared's about to fall asleep.
yeah,
we
pretty
just
much.
woke him up. Hey there, Jared. Welcome back to the Mad Scientist Live podcast featuring Jared Lee and RJ.
I don't know what just happened. That's a way to wake me up, and everybody else is sleeping out there.
Well,
Sorry you guys had to endure through that, but hey, it is what it is.
It's almost vital that they know this information. We could have saved somebody's life.
I can
with that.
guarantee you, I can count on all 5 of our listeners' fingers.
Thanks.
How many people actually watch this show and watch wrestling?
I'd
say 0.
you don't know that.
I do know that.
But I will agree with our 5 listeners. Thank you.
I
guys
know,
for
maybe
being-
maybe
There's a couple that
2. I'd say 2. I say 2.
We're super.
No, I'm saying people who actually
I got you.
watch every week.
I
Yeah,
got
some
you.
people are like, oh yeah, I caught it.
yeah, 1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah, but like the people who actually,
Actually,
listen, week in and week out, comment 0. 0 watch wrestling.
I watch wrestling. I'm 1.
You don't watch every week. I guarantee you don't watch
I
every
watch
week.
most weeks.
Where's my fucking?
He was a fat phase-on liar.
You know, I've contributed a lot to this show. And with my final broadcast, folks, you know that kind of thing. It's always been a pleasure to be a part of the Mad Scientist Lab.
Emotional damage.
I'm gonna watch it forever. I don't care. Anyway,
You don't watch it anyway.
I'm gonna watch us become famous, and they're gonna watch us become famous, and then somebody's gonna show you their boobs. That is my goal, for somebody to show you their boobs.
First of all,
Just one person ever.
No, well, I mean,
First of all, I don't need your help to get boobs shown to me.
I'm not
You
saying,
need my help.
What's
if
he
anything.
trying to say?
I don't
You need my help
I
to
don't-
get boobs shown to you, buddy.
No,
Wow.
that's not how that works.
We're
That
taking
is
a whole other
100%
turn.
how that works.
I can see plenty of boobs on my own.
Yeah, fucking through your fucking porn site.
No, that is a sin.
Or your mom's
It's not a
TV
sin.
upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Baby, baby. Oh, wait.
Give me some. Go ahead. Oh, you're taking forever.
Shots fired.
I know. Let me get some
Oh,
aloe vera
you're
for
taking
that.
forever. Why don't you come over here and fucking run this shit?
Well, maybe I can.
Oh, maybe you can't.
You don't know. We don't know. we physically.
I think I tried to have you do it one time when I walked away, and then you just, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, just leave it alone.
Well, I was like, dun 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 dun. You know, like
That
with the
definitely
keys.
didn't happen.
Well, maybe you walked away and you didn't see didn't see it. I don't know.
Nah, bro.
Dun, 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 like Mozart or Beethoven.
Was that more like it?
Yeah,
That's
I was
more like what he did.
I mean, I'm really funny in real life. I swear.
Ooh, buddy, come on now.
Hey man, you know,
Let's.
I make people laugh or they laugh at me. That's one of the
Oh,
two.
that's. I mean, that's kind of fun. I guess that could be funny. People laughing at you.
I don't know why they'd be laughing at me. They should be laughing with me.
Well, it would have to be funny enough for them to laugh, for you to be laughing with you.
This is getting a little too complicated.
No, it's not complicated at all. It's not that complicated. Your timing is trash.
I have the most impeccable timing of all time.
And you can't say you can't
In a timely
and you
manner.
repeat a lot of things over and over again.
Because I'm an American.
That's one of
Yeah,
them.
there you go. See,
That's not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. It's a part of the shtick.
It's not okay. Shtick is supposed to be funny. Look, do that again. Do that again.
I'm so glad we had Dan come over today to only.
You could call it shtick. You could call it your shtick. You could call it a bit that you're doing, but they're supposed to be funny.
Correct. Well, a bit can be serious. And
Not when it comes
people
to
think that
not
it
when
could
I'm-
be real or not real.
you know, when I'm yes, but if I'm talking about comedy, it could still be real or not real, but the point is to make it funny.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So what I'm saying is his bits aren't bits at all. They're just RJ repeating phrases over and over again.
Excuse me, I burped.
Again, not funny.
No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to be funny. I had to. What is it? A belch?
I don't know.
They call it belching. Dude, that's what a word, belching. I don't
Oh,
know.
there was one other thing that I wanted to.
Ooh, let's
talk
look at
about.
this one other thing so we can just kind of smooth the camera away from my just me and
It's still on you.
It is. Oh
Yep.
God! Please get out. I'm in a corner of depression.
No, you're not. Stop saying shit like that. Okay, so this is just a question that I was thinking about earlier today.
Okay.
When you're in a conversation with someone, or you're just out in public and you happen to be small talking with someone. I mean, I don't know. You go out more than me. I'm not just saying like in the area. I'm just saying just when you go places. What is your go-to fake job that you tell people that you do just to fucking, because you don't want them to know what you really do, or you just don't fucking care, or you just want to see how much you can fuck with their head?
I don't think I've ever done. I don't think I've ever lied about my profession to anybody.
I don't think I ever have either.
So what would you do? What would you?
Okay, all right. I like this idea.
Yeah, go with the flow. Yes, and
yes,
that's improv.
and yeah, and what I would tell them that my name is David Green.
Okay, I mean you could
All right.
use your real name.
I mean, okay, that's true. Okay, so I'm David Green. All right.
You already fucked it up, but go ahead.
No,
the whole point was about your job. It has nothing to do with your fucking fake identity that you probably used on your fucking porn sites.
David Green.
David Green, fucking extra large. That's what you're.
No, I would tell people. No, I would tell people that I run a firm. Okay, like a law firm, and that I'm one of the highest, most prestigious lawyers in the country. but they just don't know.
Okay,
who
I
am.
need you to like lower your expectations.
Yeah, that's a little extra.
Well, you
Because what if you?
That's a
fucking-
little extra. They're gonna be like, "You're both full of shit."
Well, no, maybe. But what if I'm saying like if it's a random person, they will probably say, "Oh, okay, blah blah blah." But if you get another lawyer,
Yeah. Well,
they're gonna be like, "Oh,
then you're
where'd you go to
fucked."
school
Okay.
at?" Yeah.
All right.
What'd you get on the bar? What
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
do?
Well, I
Yeah,
would,
what states do you practice? What's your particular area expertise?
I would
Right.
have to figure this out, or I would tell them I own a carpet store.
Okay.
That just I don't know. That just literally popped in my head. I mean, everybody
Okay.
needs a nice carpet.
So all right, let's do the bit.
All right.
We'll do this. We'll do one for everybody.
All right.
So you got to keep a straight face though.
I know.
So hey, how you doing? Hey.
Oh shit!
I knew he wasn't gonna be able to
I
do it.
can't. It's hard because I know it's happening.
I didn't know role play was gonna. Happen.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
It's improv. It's not role play.
hi, I'm David Green, and I sell carpets. Are you?
Wait, you don't. First of all, that's not even realistic. But all right. So all right, we're at the airport. We're waiting on the plane.
All right.
I'm setting the setting.
We're
And you're like, I come over. You're sitting in a seat.
Oh my god!
I know. No. I'm trying to visualize. Okay, we're in the airport.
So we're in the airport. Not that you've been to many.
All right.
But so you're sitting down, you got your luggage, and like this flight is full, and there's no seats, like waiting, and I just pull up with all my luggage, and I sit down, like, oh, is this seat taken? And then
Yeah. So hey, is this seat taken? Oh.
no, I say that I'm saying that to you.
Oh, okay. No, sir. No, this seat is not taken.
You mind if I sit down?
Yeah, sure. Have a seat.
Okay, thanks. Hey, so we're going to Orlando. Like, you ever been to Orlando before?
No, it's my first time. I'm actually taking a trip to visit a relative that moved down here.
You don't have to talk like that. I'm taking a trip to the.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying.
He sounded like the whitest guy ever,
Well, that's the whole fucking
Well,
point.
he
He's
is.
a stranger.
but if like whiter than he really is.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I actually talk to people. I'm not gonna lie. But if you saw me at work, yeah, that's how I talk to people.
You just get real white.
Yeah.
All
All right. So where were you at?
So
is
we're
getting
so we're
crazy.
taking a trip down to Orlando to visit a relative.
Go.
And so yeah, I'm excited. So what are you gonna go do down there?
I'm actually going for a conference. Like we do this yearly around like every year. So yeah, I'm just going for a conference. And,
Conference for your job? What do you do?
He just turned it on you.
Like when I said it, I knew he was gonna do it. I was
Me
like, "Fuck."
too.
I just put myself in the fucking corner.
Me too.
Because I have one in my head, but no, here. All right, I'm back. So, I'm actually a retired librarian.
Oh, dude, that's fucking interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to. We're going to the annual.
Book fair?
No, a book fair. No, we're going to the Library of Congress annual extravaganza.
Oh, nice. Is there a lot of literature? Are you going to meet other people your age?
Yeah. Well, see, what a lot of people don't understand is that librarians are some of the most prestigious learners in the country, and we've just never been able to show our prowess in lots of different areas because they always think that we're old ladies, and we're actually some of the greatest holders of literature in our brains. We're kind of like it's Professor Xavier, but for books.
Oh, that's fascinating. I wish I could do that. I'm David Green, and I sell carpets.
God, you're sorry. You're so bad at this.
I'll be good at it when I have to be good at it. Put it that way.
Whatever I just said didn't make any sense, and you went with it.
Dude, I was eating it all up, dude. I was about to be like, when you turn the camera off, I was gonna be like, I didn't know that. You know?
No, I'm gonna start doing. I did that somewhere. I was at a bar somewhere. I forgot what I was saying. It might have been you. I don't remember who it was, but somebody asked me about something. I can't remember what it was, and I went into this whole other world.
Oh, it wasn't me.
No, I don't think it was you. I can't remember who it was. It was that turtle though. And I went to this whole
R.I.P.
other world, and I sat and I just kept going with it, and I kept a straight face, everything. I was lying about the entire thing, and they were like, "Really?" And then as soon as they said that, and I was like, oh, no, I can't let this person go around thinking this.
Yeah.
It's like, what have I done?
Yeah. I was like, no, man, I'm just fucking
There are people
around.
that are really good at lying about shit like that, though. And they don't even
it's just
like,
improv.
tell you.
It's like coming off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
I did watch an episode.
Oh, no, we're not going back into episodes. We're not done with what this episode is.
Okay.
So, what do you do for a living? Oh, you
Well,
said you're a
I sell-
carpet cleaner? Or?
No, I sell carpets
Oh.
in tapestries, and the newest brand of Dyson vacuums as well. So
you sell vacuums to clean the tapestries and the carpets?
you could say something like that. Yeah,
You're like a door-to-door salesman?
No, I have a shop located on Bender Road.
Wait, Bender Road in Orlando? Or-
No. Back in.
So wait, why are you going to Orlando? You didn't say why you were going to Orlando.
I was going to visit a relative who recently had a child, and I'm going there to bless their home with tapestries and carpet.
Bless their home.
I don't know why I do this.
He said bless
Oh
our
my
home.
God.
Bless their
Bless their home, dude. And I'm David Green, and I sell carpets.
Okay, David
dude,
Green.
I want you to. I want you to get a fucking audio bite of
It
that,
was like,
please.
hey, so hey, David, you have a card?
Yeah, sure.
Can I get it?
Yeah, here. And it's got. Dude, my card's shaped like a little rug.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah,
all right.
thanks. I'm gonna go
Take another
somewhere
seat.
else.
Yeah. I'll see you. Have fun in Orlando. Have fun reading your books, you nerd. You know, like.
You wouldn't say that to a fucking stranger.
No, not at all, dude. Not at all.
All right, Dan, your
Oh,
turn.
no, I don't know if I can do
Wait,
this.
I want
now.
to see. I want to see y'all two do it. That would be
I
fun.
don't know if I can do this.
All right, so
You can do it. Just try it, try it.
All right, so we're getting on the plane. Hey, sir, is this seat?
Oh,
taken?
I'm doing it with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, is
Oh,
this seat
shit.
taken?
Yeah, David Green is sitting.
Uh,
No, just kidding.
The carpet salesman?
Yeah.
The
No, I'm
only
sorry.
thing,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you denied it. Like that's a denial. Like with improv, you got it. It's yes and. So like, well, I mean, that would be a. Yeah, you could take the seat and then, but just make sure you don't put doo doo in it. Or just,
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? So your first time to Wichita?
Actually, no. My
Funny you say that.
I have family from Wichita.
Oh, so you're visiting relatives.
No, but I do have family from Wichita.
Okay.
I'm actually going to a pharmaceutical conference.
Oh, Pharma says so. You work for Big Pharma? What is your role exactly?
I sell drugs.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
That's what
I like
pharmaceuticals-
drugs. Dude, I mean, I know. I just didn't know what position, you know. What kind of drugs do you sell?
Pharmaceutical drugs.
Okay. Fuck.
Like
I shot myself in the foot.
a
with
lot
that.
of different ones, but I'm not gonna get into particulars, but mainly Pfizer type brands and a couple other brands that you might
Okay.
know or not know.
What kind of helped you get into that field? What was your idea getting into pharmaceuticals?
Well, I kind of fell into it. I sold recreational drugs on the side,
Okay, all right.
and then someone said, "You're really good at this. You should."
It wasn't the law, was it?
You're really good. You're really good at this. You should really make a profession out of it. So I kind of fell into it. It's kind of crazy.
Falling into pharmaceuticals. I like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I was so good at selling illegal drugs. They're like, you might as well make it legal and make a career of it.
Make it a profession. I like that. That is a true American story. I'm David Green, and I sell carpets.
You're the worst salesman ever.
I am, dude. Dude,
You don't sell any carpets, do you?
I
David.
actually just bought a new carpet. Well, no, I got a rug. I didn't get a
David bought a new carpet.
David bought a new carpet. Dude, I'm gonna make a business card. David Green, carpet salesman.
No, you're not.
Dude, let's fucking do it. That was great. I'm so glad we got to do
That was actually fun.
We should do. I'm gonna try to come up with one every week. So that is fun.
That was fun.
But in all,
We can make up another one.
what I was gonna say is I've never personally lied to somebody about what I do because the thing is
Me either, but it made me think when I saw it. It made me think. It was like, you know what? Yeah, there are certain situations where I don't feel like spending the time to tell. Here's the one of the biggest things. Like, especially Uber drivers, I get this a lot. When I get into the car with my speaker and my mic stand, I'm like, "Oh, so you want to play music or are you DJing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should just start saying yes. But yeah, it's not like they're gonna fucking ask
No,
me
but then they'll be like, "What music do you play? What kind of?" Then you get all.
yeah, but same
bullshit.
thing with if I say comedy, I'm going to do comedy. They're like, oh well, I heard that was pretty hard. Like this literally happened.
Do they ever say, "Tell me a joke"?
It's happened. And I was like, no, you got to come out to a show.
Oh, okay.
And the dude was like, oh, that's funny. Like, it's not funny, dog. It's just, I'm not telling you. First of all, I know I'm not getting paid already.
In fact, I'm paying you, and I'm going to entertain your ass.
Like,
drive me.
Do I get a free ride, motherfucker?
How about just shut the fuck up and drive? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shut up and drive.
I've been getting a lot of fucking talkative fucking Uber drivers lately, man. I'm like, did they change this shit? Like, I don't want you talking to me, man.
I mean, they're just. I mean,
Fucking
you're in
peasant.
their car.
They're trying to get better ratings. They think if they schmooze you, they get a 5.
If you shut the fuck up, you'll get a 5 from me.
Oh, I know, but me too. Me too.
Thank you.
Do I know you, dude?
Yeah, I don't.
We're
And
not
I don't
buddies,
want to.
bro.
I don't want to know you. I'll
Right.
never see you again. Well, there's been a couple times.
I'll rarely ever see you again.
Yeah, I'm in no interest of making small talk. Now there has been times where I'll be like coming home from the bar or wherever drunk as fuck, and I just have.
Then you want to talk, and they want you to shut the fuck up.
They're like,
They're like,
Jesus,
bro,
dude,
just
get the fuck out of my car.
Like, hey, bro, can you do me a favor? Can you just shut the fuck up?
They need to. They should say that. Like, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna be mad right now, but tomorrow.
No, but I think
you're right.
I think we've all been in the back of an Uber or a taxi at some point, drunk, and you're just talking that person's ear off. I remember one of the first
That or getting thrown up on.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, but when I remember one of my first times in an Uber, I was out in D.C., I was with a couple people, and we're in the back, and, we're all pretty, got a nice buzz going, and I'm feeling good. We're back in the Uber, and I swear it was like one of my first times in an Uber, and I started talking to the driver. I was like, hey, man, you ever get that weird passenger that just doesn't stop talking and asks you a million questions about what you do?
He was like, yeah, it's right now.
Yeah. So that's like, I was like becoming like what I didn't want to be, like in real time. It was actually, I was like, so what do you do? And he was like, oh, this, and that. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. And I was like, I'm pretty fucking drunk, And he was nice, and he dropped us off on a corner somewhere. But I started like just asking him. I was basically the ideal drunk in the back of an Uber, just talking this guy's fucking ear off. And he was super nice to me. Thank God.
That's an amazing story.
I thought it was pretty cool.
This Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jokes Out of the Bag. That's where we have a bunch of topics in the bag. This is at Shooters, by the way, a comedy show. We have a bunch of topics in the bag. The comedians come up, they pick out topics, and they try to make jokes out of them. They riff off of the topics. Some comedians are lazier than others, and they'll just pick it out and like, I don't want to do anything, and then they'll throw it away.
Want some cheese with that wine?
But we also have the audience come out, and we have the audience put a bunch of suggestions in, and we go through that. So it's kind of a fun, interactive type thing where hopefully everybody has a fun time, and hopefully the comedians come up with new bits. I don't know. It is what it is. And then Thursday, as usual, we always do every Thursday at Shooters also.
Awesome. Come out and support the homie.
This past week was pretty good. We had some, actually,
It was really good.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. I never think that I do good. Like, I feel like I'm always shitty. But yeah, it was, we had a couple, we had one new guy. But I had done his show before. Me and Bobby did his show in Shirlington area. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, actually, we might try to get him on here. But anyway, yeah. So it was a good night. But yeah, Jokes Out of the Bag. Everybody should be around this week. Bobby B should be back. Numan, Christina. Hopefully, we get some other new people who haven't been to that particular show. So put the word out. Jokes Out of the Bag this Tuesday at Shooters.
Spread the words to spread your ears so you can listen to this comedy.
And I thought you were about to say spread your cheeks, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a whole different show.
Yeah. Why would I tell anybody to come to your comedy show and spread their cheeks? Oh, that's so creepy, dude. It's like long.
I picked the perfect one.
Yeah,
right?
like it's like it's
you
just
only
long.
need two.
Yeah, it's just
That was a little longer, but
I just don't want to hear that in the dark. Put it that way. It's fucking scary as shit. Yeah, and then he just starts fucking shit up, dude. It's so fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's the man.
He is the fucking coolest bad
I watched
guy.
the top 10 on all the top 10 Sith, and he was like 5. I was like, The fuck?
That person should be kicked in the gonads.
It was from 7 years ago. But
Okay. That person should still be kicked in the gonads.
Maybe he was third, but still, I don't think he's.
Darth Vader is like, I know we're talking about Plagueis and learning more
But then
about
there's
some of the
a
other
bunch
characters.
of other people that we don't really know about, like Darth Bane. He's the one that made the rule of two.
Okay.
And it took me a long time to figure out why they even had the rule of two, but it makes sense.
Tonight.
It makes sense because the Sith were always fighting each other, like for supremacy, like whoever has the most power, because they wanted to take power from each other.
All right.
But that's why the Jedi were always so many. And then Darth Bane was like, "Yo, just to cut out all this fucking fighting in between each faction, let's just fucking. There's only two Sith that can exist, because obviously we can't fucking exist without." But then they just end up fucking killing each other. They kill their master, and then they take over, and that's the rule of two. It's a really weird concept, and the fact that Palpatine / Darth Sidious was able to fucking kill most of the Jedis. He was pretty badass.
Yeah, no, that is true. What I was gonna say is, now that we're talking about it, what I did, since we're talking about TV, I was actually going to mention it earlier when we were talking about it, but it slipped my mind, is that Shogun has been nominated 25 Emmys, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, 25 Emmys. The show's been nominated for, as well as Fallout, which doesn't have as many, but a lot of the good TV we've discussed this year seems to be getting.
Oh no, we had good TV this year.
Is getting its praise. Even X-Men '97 is going to get categorized.
I put it this way: I think the reason the Acolyte didn't do as well, part of it is because people were kind of, I don't know. I think the major part of it is we had so much other good TV this year. Like it was a lot for it to live up to.
Yeah,
like. There's not much shit that can live up to Shogun.
Yeah, that show's
and
awesome.
There's people I know. We personally know someone who was like, "Oh, I couldn't watch it because it had subtitles." I'm like, "What are you, a fucking 12-year-old?"
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy to me. But and then we had Fallout. We had Shogun, Fallout, X-Men '97. Of course, you got a lackluster fucking show against those three fucking powerhouses. Yeah, your show's gonna look a little iffy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think if we didn't have those other shows, maybe Acolyte would have done better. Because honestly, I thought Andor was kind of boring. But a lot of people think Andor is one of the best TV series of all the new Star Wars shit. I'm like, I don't know about that one.
No, I like it, but
it was boring. To me, it was boring.
Yeah, I liked it, but I wouldn't say it's like the best.
Nah, but there's a lot of people.
I thought it was a little boring too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people really fuck with it. And I was like, I thought Kenobi was better. But then a lot of people don't fuck with Kenobi. And I'm like, what can you not like about Kenobi?
But I think just like
that's asinine to me,
right.
personally.
Yeah, me too. But
yeah, that's asinine.
Like I said, in the whole series, Mandalorian raised the bar.
True.
So that kind of got everything else. Because even, Boba Fett and all that stuff.
Boba Fett was just trash.
It was trash.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, it followed Mandalorian, so everyone was waiting for this unbelievable thing. Yeah. So it raised the bar, so I think you have to watch it in perspective to know.
As I'm wearing a Boba Fett shirt.
Absolutely.
No, but I think you have to watch it
character.
in perspective, knowing that some might be, it's good, it's just not going to be to that level every time.
Yeah. I think a lot, I know they want to give a lot of people different chances and to have different perspectives on stories. But there was just some people, like, I don't understand. Like, and I'm going to always harp her name because she's fine as shit. And she's a good director.
Fine.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard. She directed some of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. And I just don't know why they won't give her a full movie.
Ahsoka was really good.
Ahsoka was really good.
I actually
the episodes that she did of Mandalorian were some of my favorites. Him and Dave Filoni, obviously. But it's just like, I get it. You want to give these other people some, but first of all, like the lady who's a showrunner / writer for The Acolyte, I don't even think she was a Star Wars fan before she got onto the project. She learned all the stuff after.
Yeah.
And maybe they were just trying to see, like, oh, we want to get an outside perspective. But I don't know. Bryce Dallas Howard, I don't think she was necessarily a full-blown Star Wars fan, but
you might understand
she
the way
just knows
TV
how to fucking direct.
Yeah, she understands how television works.
Yeah. And she's got a fat booty.
Big old booty.
She's so
super donk.
I love her.
Donk.
She's one of my favorite.
It's funny you say that.
Talented, beautiful,
And a big ass.
I mean, that's
all. Everything. The perfect woman, right?
It's all.
Yeah.
It's all
That's
everybody
it.
really needs. You know,
What else is there?
We're not
There's nothing
complicated people.
Not at all. We're men, and we're not complicated. That's it.
What I was gonna say is since we're talking about like kind of people sticking to the source material, I know this might upset Epic, but Halo has been canceled by Paramount.
It should have been canceled from before it even started.
No, after season 1, possibly. Yes. But they put out a second season.
Trash.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
It's all trash.
And you know what? If they would have just stuck to the source material, they probably would have had something.
Again, people outside of the show, and I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that everybody who was running that show also didn't know anything about fucking Halo, probably never played the game, and they don't understand anything about it. So you're going to get trash.
Fucking pisses me off.
You got to know the material. Like, even if you're not going to copy it, you got to know the material.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I do.
And even The Last of Us. Now, I'm kind of worried about season 2, but we'll see. I haven't played the set. I'm going to buy the game soon so I can get through that. I'm just not ready for my emotions to be stirred up by clickers and all the other shit, so I'm a little worried about that. No, I'm being dead serious. Like, the first one was kind of mind-twisting.
It is. I'm actually playing through it right now.
The first one?
Yeah. Because, well, you know, what we didn't talk about, or what I didn't mention, is the big Microsoft outage that happened.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to have to stop you there.
Okay.
It wasn't Microsoft.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
It was CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike
okay.
was the issue. It was
Correct.
causing
everyone
blue
blamed
screen of death.
Yeah, everyone blamed Microsoft.
It's because it was fucking up Windows.
Right.
But it
So
wasn't.
Microsoft right away is like, no, it's not us.
Yeah. And then they were just like.
But that was like global, dude. That was crazy.
It affected airlines. It affected
any companies,
anything
like,
financial. Anything because CrowdStrike is, for anybody who doesn't know, they're a security tech IT firm, and a lot of big infrastructure in this world uses it, like airlines and banking infrastructure. Shit, might even be some power.
Even our company, we don't. That's not our main thing, but like the way people punch in and out and stuff like that, the timekeeping, we were out the whole time. Everybody was out. So almost every company was affected.
Yeah, I didn't get. I mean, I was at home. I didn't get affected at all. Although I was sleeping through a lot of it, but it was funny because Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes has been doing well the last few weeks in F1, and one of their, like, even on the shirt that I have, it has CrowdStrike. One of their big sponsors is CrowdStrike, and it was just like in my head. That was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, ugh. Not a good look for a sponsor to fucking destroy the world.
Yeah, no shit.
No shit. The reason I brought it up is because the night before, the Xbox Live servers were having issues to where I couldn't log in for at least 2.5, 3 hours.
That was when it was going on.
Okay, so because I thought it was just two separate things.
You got to remember, your world, your time zone is not the only time zone that this shit's happening. This was a global phenomenon.
So every time zone.
Yeah.
So regardless, I couldn't get on Xbox Live, so I was like, here, let me turn my PlayStation on, and I was like, what do I want to play? And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play The Last of Us, and I think about maybe halfway through it.
Yeah, I got to buy 2 and start getting to that because that season, is it this year or is it?
I think so, possibly.
Maybe early. No, I think it's early 25. I think it's January 25.
Okay.
Because remember, it was January because I remember watching a couple episodes when I was in, I think it was Orlando. I'll be in Orlando again this year. So yeah, I think it's January 2025.
Well, we're in store for a lot.
So I got a little time, but I just trying to get mentally and emotionally prepared to go through this game and deal with fucking clickers coming at me and
there's a lot
big monsters.
There's a lot. It's
because I'm still having nightmares of playing the game the first. I love the game, because it really immerses you.
Oh yeah, no,
But
it's
like,
fucking dope, dude. I love it. That's why I'm playing it.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Wrapping it up, and wrap it before you tap it, folks. It's a good motto.
Or not.
Yeah.
You don't live long. You'll be all right.
Yeah, just put it in. Anyway, so and put it in your ears while you listen to us every Saturday, where you get your.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
That was perfect.